Hello my dear students, let us start today's class with the solution of assignment 3. Now first numerical was, if the refractive index of glass for light going from air to glass is 3/2, find the refractive index of air for light going from glass to air. Now you see the first diagram very clearly. Here first medium is air and second medium is glass. Means light is traveling from air to glass. Therefore the refractive index of glass with respect to air is NGA, that is equals to C by VG. And for the next situation, just the opposite condition, means light is traveling from glass to air. Then the refractive index of air with respect to glass is NAG, that is VG by C. Now in our last class we have discussed the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is the reciprocal of refractive index of medium 1 with respect to 2. So here you can write NAG is equals to 1 by NGA. Now you just substitute the value of refractive index of glass with respect to air, that is 1 by 3/2. So what we will get? Refractive index of air with respect to glass will be 2 by 3. This is very simple method, but the maximum students have submitted the new solution with another method. That also you can follow, but that is lengthy. For different numerical, this concept you have to, you can use this concept also. Now let us discuss the another method. Now refractive index of glass with respect to air is equals to C by VG, where C is the speed of light in air, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8. Now just substitute the value and you will get the value of speed of light in glass, that is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Therefore, refractive index of air with respect to glass will be VG by C, that is NAG equals to 2 into 10 to the power 8 by 3 into 10 to the power 8. Just calculate the value and what we will get? Refractive index of air with respect to glass will be 2 by 3. Now let us discuss the next numerical. If the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, find the absolute refractive index of a medium in which light travels with a speed of 1.4 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now given speed of light in vacuum, that is C equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and speed of light in the particular medium, that is small v, is equals to 1.4 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now we know absolute refractive index of medium N equals to C by V. Now why we are using the term absolute refractive index? As here the first medium is vacuum. If first medium is vacuum or air, the refractive index will be the absolute refractive index of the medium. Now you just substitute the value of C and V and the refractive index of the medium will be 2.14. Clear? Now let us discuss one more numerical related to refractive index. The refractive indices of glass and water with respect to air is 3/2 and 4/3 respectively. If speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, find the speed of light in water. Now here the given conditions are refractive index, absolute refractive index of glass is 3/2. Absolute refractive index of water is 4/3 and velocity of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and we have to find out the value of speed of light through water. Now refractive index of glass is equals to C by Vg, where C is the speed of light in air. We know the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, but we will not use that value. We will find out its value through the following method. Now we have to substitute the value of refractive index of glass, that is 3 by 2, and velocity of light through the glass, that is 2 into 10 to the power 8. Just substitute the value and we will get the speed of light in air, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and give this equation number 1. Now refractive index of water with respect to air is C by VW. So VW is equals to C by refractive index of water. Now here you substitute the value of C, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and refractive index of water with respect to air, that is 4 by 3. Just substitute the values and VW you will get 9 by 4 into 10 to the power 8, that is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now let us discuss one more numerical related to refractive index. Find the refractive index of glass with respect to water, where refractive index of glass with respect to air is 3 by 2 and that of water with respect to air is 4 by 3. Here refractive index of glass with respect to air, that is absolute refractive index of glass, is 3 by 2, and refractive index of water with respect to air, that is absolute refractive index of water, is 4 by 3. Now we will use the relation refractive index of glass with respect to water will be Ng by Nw. Just the absolute refractive index of glass by absolute refractive index of water. Just substitute the value, that is 3 by 2 to 4 by 3, and we will get 9 by 8. Therefore, the refractive index of glass with respect to water, that is Ngw, is equals to 9 by 8. Next we will discuss refraction through glass slab. Here we will consider a rectangular glass slab with thickness T. Here first medium is air. Light travels from air and enters to the medium glass at the point O. Traveling through the glass slab, again from point B, it emerges out to again to air. Means light is traveling from air to glass, then again through air. While light enters to the glass at the point O, the incident ray is AO. At the point O, we will consider a normal, that is N1O, N1 prime. And while the light emerges out from the glass slab from the point B, there also we have considered another normal, that is N2B, N2 prime. Now let us consider the first point where the refraction happened when the light enters from air to glass. The incident angle here is I and the refracted angle we have considered as R1. Incident angle is I and the refracted angle is R1. Now while the light emerges out from the point B, for that situation the incident angle is R1 and the emerges angle is, we denoted here as small e. Now see very carefully, at the point O the refracted angle is R1 and at the point B the incident angle is also R1. Why? See here both the normals are parallel to each other and here both the angles are alternate interior angle to each other. Therefore, they are same. Now, let us consider when light enters from air to glass, according to Snell's law, the refraction NGA, that is refractive index of glass with respect to air, is equals to sin I by sin R1, that is equation 1. And while the light emerges out from glass to air, according to the Snell's law, here the refractive index of air with respect to glass will be sin R1 by sin E. Here just carefully observe for the second situation, incident angle is R1 and emerges angle is, or refracted angle is, small e, that is refractive index of air with respect to glass is sin R1 by sin E. And we know refractive index of glass with respect to air will be reciprocal of refractive index of air with respect to. Now substituting the value of equation 1 and 2 in equation 3, we get sin I by sin R1 is equals to 1 by sin R1 by sin E, or sin I equals to sin E, means incident angle is equals to the emergent angle. This shows that in refraction through a rectangular slab, the incident ray and the emergent ray of light are parallel to each other. There is a lateral shift between the incident ray and the emergent ray. Now, what is lateral shift? The perpendicular distance between the direction of original path of incident ray and the direction of emergent ray coming out of a glass slab is called lateral shift of the emergent ray of light. Now, lateral shift depends on some points. Here, lateral shift is directly proportional to the thickness of the glass slab. Lateral shift is directly proportional to the incident angle I. It is directly proportional to the refractive index of the glass slab, and it is inversely proportional to the wavelength of incident light, wavelength of the incident light, that is lambda. Now we will start our next topic, lens. Now what is lens? Lens is a transparent medium surface bounded by two refracting surfaces. Out of these two surfaces, at least one surface is spherical. Now there are two types of lens, convex lens and concave lens. Now what is convex lens or converging lens? A lens whose both refracting surfaces are spherical such that it is thick in the middle and thin at the edges is known as convex lens. Now there are different types of convex lens. See, biconvex lens, plano-convex lens and concavo-convex lens. Now also remember, convex lens is also known as converging lens. Why it is known as converging lens? That we will discuss in our next class. And another form of lens is concave lens. What is concave lens? A lens whose both refracting surfaces are spherical such that it is thin in the middle and thick at the edges is known as concave lens. And different type of concave lenses are biconcave lens, plano-concave lens and convexo-concave lens. So this is for today. Again, I will remind you, if you have any doubt regarding today's class, you can contact me through the WhatsApp number and I will call you during the clarification time. Thank you.